It's Aaron, your multi-sport coach, and welcome to my Motivational Monday number 8. So in this episode, I want to show you guys some awesome techniques to help to motivate you. I'm also going to be talking about logical and subconscious scheduling to make your week more productive. I also want to be talking about trust. Trust has a lot to do with fear and how you can overcome that, and why you have these trust issues to help you to move forward. So first of all, the two techniques I want to show you. The first one is what I was just doing then. It's called sun breathing. So this stimulates your sympathetic nervous system to wake you up, to start to shake your body up and give you some good energy for the day. So it's simple. It's a simple technique, and just from here you breathe in. You want to imagine yourself grabbing a big ball of sun. So this is the sun. You grab the sun and you throw it down. As you throw it down, you breathe out as quick as you can. Okay, so that's a really good technique I use to wake the body up, to give you the energy that you need. Now, if you wake up feeling a little bit tired, just like I did this morning, thanks for you guys that come to dinner last night. It was awesome, and I had some really good questions as well. The questions I call upside down thinking. So I hope you took a lot away from that, and I hope you're thinking about it today. So this is a really good technique I use. As I said, if you're tired, if you're flat, if you wake up, you went to bed late like I did. I didn't get to bed till 11:30, so that's pretty unlikely for me to get to bed. I woke up feeling really tired. So this is a really good technique. The other technique I use, I don't know if you guys have heard of the Wim Hoffman technique. He uses a series of breathing techniques and ice baths. I'm a big advocate of ice baths. Spent 3 months in Thailand, and ice baths every night. After every training session, ice baths. It's great for recovery, obviously, but it's also good to stimulate the body as well, just like cold showers. So remember, two techniques to wake you up: sun breathing and the ice bath. If you haven't got an ice bath, if you haven't got a wheelie bin set up that you can put ice in, you can use your bath. And I normally put 2 to 3 bags of ice in there. That's going to get it down to a temperature. An ideal temperature is around 13. If you want like recovery, you want probably under 10. So, but in this weather, it's pretty hard to get under 10. If it's colder, it's quite easy. So they're my two techniques to motivate you for a Monday. Now I want to talk about as well scheduling for the week, right? So we all have a schedule. So there's two types of scheduling. There's logical scheduling and subconscious scheduling. Now I talk about subconscious goal setting a lot, especially in my pathway predictions. So the subconscious goal setting, so most of us do the logical goals. They write it down on paper, but it's not connected to the subconscious mind. Right? So if we talk about weekly scheduling, it's generally the opposite. Right? So most of us have a subconscious schedule in our mind, but it's not logically put down on paper. Right? Isn't that weird? So with our 3 month goals, we put it down on paper, but we don't connect them to our subconscious mind. But when it comes to a weekly schedule, we've got it all up here. It's all up here. We know, we've planned out Monday to Sunday. We know exactly what we're going to do. Right, so I want to give you some ideas today to help take away, to make your week more productive by putting this down logically. Right, it's logically on paper. Now, what I use, there's all sorts of planners out there that you can use. I just use a simple thing like this. Right, it's got a big rock like 1, 2, 3, a personal big rock, and it's also got other tasks, and then people to call, speak to list, and I always put all sorts of other stuff on this. So I do this on a weekly basis, every week, and I'll just put little notes and stuff like that. So something like this. So this is called Work Smarter, Live Better. But there's another one I use as well. It's called a momentum planner. So that's got a weekly it's got a monthly, it's got a quarterly, and it's got a yearly planner. So it's pretty similar to the quarterly goals, but the quarterly goals that I set in my pathway predictions are more in fitness, in your personal, in your finances, all that sort of stuff. So this is another type of goal setting which starts to lead into more scheduling, right? So you're going to get more productivity out of your week. Another big thing that I do as well is I put down the time that you want to spend on a certain task. Right? If you're not putting down the time that you want to spend on a certain task, you might fluff around on it for twice as long that like you need to, and you might forget about all this other stuff that is just as important. So I recommend getting yourself a planner, and do you know what? I'm going to post something in the group. I'm going to post all the like momentum planners, so you can print off some of them and start with that. So this is going to really set you up for motivation for the week. It really makes my productivity so much more successful because you've got it in your mind. Okay, subconsciously on a weekend, Sunday night, some nights I can't sleep on a Sunday night because I've got it all up here. What I'm going to do for the week. But so what I generally do, I have like my planner on my desk, and I might just walk past and go, yep, I need to do that, I need to do this. So this is a really good way of making your week more productive, right? Put it down on paper so it's there more. Logically, you want to get that subconscious thought on paper now. Okay, unlike your 3-month quarterly goals that you logically put down on paper, but you don't subconsciously connect them. So now we're thinking on all different levels to make you more productive and motivate you for a Monday. Alright, so I'm going to post that a bit later on. I'll post the like momentum planners. Have a look at it. Look, at the end of the day, I get so much stuff and I take it or I don't. Try it, test it. If it works for you, keep doing it. That's the main thing. It's one thing doesn't always work for everyone. So the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is trust, right? So this is something that has come up a lot in my coaching business, especially. Trust in athletes, clients, whatever. Are your athletes, clients, whatever, trusting you as a coach? Or even if you're not a coach, you might be a boss, a mentor, a parent, whatever. Trust. Right? Trust is a big thing. For me as a coach, if I don't have trust, what's the point? What's the point of coaching that person? If you haven't got trust, you're pretty much like useless. So trust is a really big thing. Now, I want to talk about something in regard to identifying trust. Now, if you haven't got trust, you generally hear all this other like noise from other people. Right? Other people talking, and you start to point the finger then. Now, when you point the finger, what's this? 1, 2, 3 fingers pointing back at you. Right, so this is something I look at a lot. You're pointing a finger, have a look at those 3 fingers pointing back at you before you start to judge or you start to create thoughts. Right? That's just going off for the watering system. Let me do that. So, sorry about the noise. So 3 fingers pointing back at you, that's the most important thing to look at. Now, everyone's got a filter up here. The way that we see things, it goes in, it gets like rattled around. Something like different for every individual. Right? And these are your like belief mechanisms in your head as well. So like when there's a trust like issue, it's generally something that has come from your childhood. Right? Fear, limiting my beliefs, etc. So today I want you to think about where in my childhood or in my life have I had a trust issue? And I want you to ask yourself, or I want you to think about, either subconsciously or consciously, whatever works for you, what can I learn from that event for me to understand my trust issues better? Right? Because as soon as you can learn from that, the more trust you're going to have. Okay? And generally it's not that exact person that you're not trusting, that it's something in your filter, in your subconscious mind, that has created that trust issue. So, remember, think back to your childhood. Right, when did I have a trust issue with someone, a parent, a teacher, a friend, whatever, and then go, right, what are the positive learnings I can get from that event to release these emotions of trust or fear? It's whatever it is. Because at the end of the day, fear and trust are like related. If you noticed, I posted in the group that I'll be doing this talk, and instead of writing trust, I wrote fear. Because they are very correlated together. So they're two things. Trust is a big thing. Ask yourself, like, why aren't I trusting that person? And at like what age, like, did I have trust issues? Think about that. And especially when you put yourself in a relaxed state, like really start to think about that more and more. And go back to that event, but not in the event, just stay above it. Because when you stay above that, ask yourself, what can I learn from this event to release all these emotions of lacking trust? And the subconscious mind will start to talk to you. And that's how we release all these emotions. This is something I do on a regular basis. I just told you I get in the ice bath. 10 to 15 minutes, I like to stay there. What do you do like when your mind is just telling you to get out, because it's so cold? You go through all this stuff. Right? You switch off all these physical responses that you have on the body, and you go into your subconscious mind and let that talk to you. So I know for some of you this might be a bit out there, but for you to stay motivated and for you to have a better week, just try it once, right? Or maybe 2 or 3 times, because generally the first time that you try this sort of stuff, you try to talk to subconscious mind, you try so hard it doesn't work. If you try too hard it won't work. You really have to be in a relaxed state. You have to let all that other bullshit go that's in your head. Right? We've all got so much bullshit in the head from day-to-day stresses like work, relationships, finances, whatever else, all this sort of stuff is in the front of the mind. We need to push that back and understand a lot of the subconscious mind works and how it works, and understand that and listen to it. Like that voice in your head talking to you, it's there for a good reason. You need to listen to it. So that's my motivational Monday today. I hope you've taken away some really good techniques. Hey, look, and I'd love you guys to post, what are you lacking in trust? Where is your trust lacking in life? Or who aren't you trusting? I don't have to hear why, that can get a little bit deep, but just I'll be curious to see who you are lacking trust in. If it's a boss, if it's a friend, if it's this and that. And then I want you to ask yourself, why? And do the work. Go back to your childhood or as far back as you can remember. And ask yourself, what can you learn from that event to release all the emotions of lacking trust? So thanks for watching, guys. I'm Aaron. And don't forget, check out my website, aaronbuchan.com, because I can help you. Have a great day. Have a great week. Ciao for now.